For the first video of 2023, I decided why not share my top 10 most valuable Funko Pops in my collection. We're also going to be ripping open this Hulk 3-liter Funko soda, so let's go and get this one started. What's poppin' YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Before we get started, I just want to say Happy New Year to everyone. I hope you guys are having a great year so far. I know we just started, but I hope nothing but the best for you all this year. And as I said in the intro, I'm going to be sharing my top 10 most valuable Funko Pops in my collection. I've been seeing this trend on TikTok. I've seen it on Instagram. I've also been seeing it on YouTube. So I decided why not do one myself, sharing my top 10 most valuable. Plus, it would be cool to see where my collection lands value-wise at the end of 2023. We'll see if anything changes in my top 10. So maybe I'll do this every year, see which pops change in the top 10 and which ones remain. So I thought that'd be a fun video to start off with for the year. And before we do that, I do have some 3-liter Hulk sodas, like I said in the intro. We have 2 of them, and we're gonna rip these open, see if we get a chase or not. I definitely would love one of each, so we're hoping to get one of each of these today. So before we get these open, I just want to say thank you guys for being here. Of course, if you are new here and you enjoyed the video, I hope you guys stick around and watch it. But if you enjoy it, please make sure you guys hit that like button. Also hit that subscribe button. I would really appreciate any support I could get on this channel. So here's what the bottle looks like right here. Really cool. I love how it's green and purple. Really awesome. And then there is what the soda looks like. The chase is awesome. He's red. Limited to 5,000. So it's a really low count. This one's kind of like loose. Usually with the 3 liters, they're not this loose for the seal. So there's the first one. Let's go ahead and get the second one out as well. I've only gotten lucky with one 3-liter for a chase, and that was Baymax. Every other time I have not been lucky with chases. So let's see if we can get lucky with this one. Okay. Starting it off with this bottle. Let's get the seal off. Sometimes it's a little tricky. I don't even know where to start. Oh, there it is. Okay, perfect. There it is. Rip the seal off. I don't want to ruin the little purple part of the Hulk. I don't know why it's like this. Super loose. Okay. There you go. Let's get this part off as well. Twist it open. Wow, I can't open this. Finally, we got it opened. Okay. Whoa, guys. No, wait. Never mind. Wait. Okay. Guys, I didn't mean to see this, but we got the chase. Holy moly. We got a 3-liter chase. Yo. I can't believe it. Check that out. Definitely worth the struggle of opening that up. We got lucky and pulled the chase. That took a while to rip open, and there it is. Definitely worth it. Oh, this is cool. This is really, really neat. Let's take a look at the pog. I can't believe it. We pulled another chase for our 3 liters, guys. So, like I said, I've only pulled it for Baymax before, but there it is. You found the chase. Red Hulk, limited to 800. And there's the other side of the pog. This is an awesome looking soda, guys. Super cool. Oh, I love it. I absolutely love it. So that was a great way to start the year. With the first video, we got a chase. We are going on to the second bottle now. I'd love to get a comment. That way we could get the full set. So let's see how this goes. Okay, let's see if we can open this one better. Come on. Oh, we got it. That was a lot quicker. Okay, I don't want to see it this time. Oh, I guess we didn't. There we go. Okay, 1, 2, 3. And we got the common. Just how I hoped. Okay, perfect. Yes, we got the set. Check that out right there. This is an awesome looking soda, guys. This is really cool and perfect for a 3-liter. I love the 3 liters because they actually make sense so far, at least. But I love it because this is meant to be a bigger character in soda form. So I love that they did this. We do have a Hulk from Thor Ragnarok, and that one is a regular form soda, but I love this one so much. This is really, really cool. Let's get the Pog out. Maybe that's the trick. If you have a lot of trouble opening up your bottle, maybe you'll get a chase like I did, because that was a really tough one to rip open. But here's the Pog for the common, limited to 4,200. There you go. I was like, that looked like a 5 from where I'm looking. And then over here we have the other side of the Pog. Really, really cool. And then let's go ahead and take a look at these side by side so you guys can see the difference. So basically the main difference is the color and the eyes. So really cool. I love this, and I'm so glad I was lucky enough to get one of each. So we definitely started off the year perfectly. So now let's go to start off my top 10 most valuable Funko Pops in my collection list. And I just want to point out that you guys will notice some of the pops in my background will be moving around throughout this video. And that's actually because you could see some of my top 10 pops right now in the background. But before we get started, I do want to point out that I use the Funko app for my collection to update it. And I've heard that sometimes the prices are not correct. So I know a lot of people prefer the Pop Price Guide, PPG. And I went on there after checking my Funko app. I actually went through my top 15, 20 and made sure it's accurate. A few of them were not. And then some were pretty much the same price as PPG. So I went based off of that. And I also did check eBay. And most of the listings did match close to what the values were. So that is how I came up with my top 10. And we're going to start it off with number 10 on my list. And this one is valued at $670 on both the Funko app and Pop Price Guide, and it is the Cheshire Cat from WonderCon 2020. This one's limited to 2,000 pieces, and it is absolutely adorable. A really cool pop ride for sure. He's inside the teacup from the Matty Party, and they ended up making more Alice in Wonderland characters in the teacups as well in the future. I believe they were all exclusive to Target, but this one was the only one limited to a very low count, 2,000. I remember this one when I picked it up. I believe I was not able to get it online, and I paid around $225 for it. So luckily I did, because now it's worth about almost triple that in value. So definitely one of my most valuable Disney Pops in my collection. So for number 9, I'm actually pretty surprised at the pop that landed here in number 9. So this is actually my lowest count piece Funko Pop in my collection, and it's limited to 350 pieces. And I actually just got it last year. And the way I got it, I traded some Funko NFT Pops and sodas from the Halloween Series 1, which I was lucky enough to get a bunch of duplicates, and I did not spend too much on that drop. And I thought it was a great trade. I probably paid about $200 for what I traded. And this pop is currently going for $680. And it is Freddy Funko as Frankenstein. This was from the Freaky Tiki Fun Days of 2019. And this is a really nice looking pop. Like I said, it's limited to 350 pieces. And I think there is a glow-in-the-dark variant for this one as well. And it's a pretty low count. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's like 24 pieces or 100 and something. I can't remember exactly the count. This one does have like a glow error though. It glows for like a few seconds. So that's pretty cool. But this is definitely a really awesome Freddy Funko. So now we're at number 8 on the list. Fun fact about this one, I remember it being my 1000th Funko Pop in my collection. If I'm not wrong, I'm pretty sure I made a video on it as well. It was about 2.5 years ago. and I wanted to celebrate my 1000th Funko Pop with a personal grail. So I had a budget. I went through my wish list and looked at pops in my budget range, and this was the one I ended up choosing to go after, and I found it. I picked it up. So glad I did, because now it's worth about double what I spent on it. Currently valued at $710. It is Qui-Gon Jinn from New York Comic Con 2016, limited to 2,000 pieces. I absolutely love this Funko Pop, and I remember starting my Star Wars collection, and this was one of the ones I really wanted. I saw the going price, and I was like, yep, I'm never going to get to add it to my collection. And here it is in my collection right now. I was lucky enough to get it 2.5 years ago, and now I probably wouldn't get it. I don't know, the going price is pretty crazy, and I'm not gonna lie, I've spent about that on Pops before, but maybe I would do it for this one. But with the new mold that's exclusive to Amazon, I wouldn't have been as crazy trying to go after it, because that mold is really nice with the eyebrows. But this is easily one of my favorite Star Wars Pops in my collection. For spot number 7, we have a pretty interesting one. So this is actually an NFT Funko Pop. And if you guys have been on this channel before, you know how much I enjoy the Funko NFTs. I've done a ton of videos unpacking packs, as well as sharing the pops once they arrive, unboxing them, and I definitely enjoy it very much. I'm excited to see what's coming in 2023, as well as the sets that I've already redeemed and have yet not received. So this one is currently going for $720, and it kind of makes sense being the first NFT set and the grail from the set. It is Leonardo from the TMNT collection, limited to 999 pieces. I personally don't think this is one of the best pops from the NFT collection, but like I said, being the first set, I think that's where the value actually comes from. So you could actually see the artwork compared to the pop. You'll notice quite a difference. I think the pop looks cool, but if it looked a lot more like the artwork, it definitely would have looked a lot nicer. I feel like the pop looks a lot like fruit roll-ups, which I love fruit roll-ups, so don't get me wrong in that. I just think it looks a little funny compared to the actual artwork, but overall, it's a cool pop. And it's not my personal favorite from the NFTs, but being the very first grail from the NFT collection, I think that's where the value comes from. Number 6 on the list is another one currently going for $720 based off of the Funko app as well as PPG. Although it's going for the same price as Leonardo, I did put this one higher on the list just because I think this one's a lot harder to find. When it does come up, I've seen people ask for more than $720, and it sells really quick just because of how hard it is to find. Plus, it is a very popular show and a very loved character from the show. It's from Fun Days 2018. We have Freddy Funko as Steve. This one's limited to 450 pieces, and that Steve Pop with the bat is from 2017 San Diego Comic-Con. Easily my favorite Steve Pop they've done from Stranger Things. So I always wanted this Freddy, and I'd say this is definitely one of my favorite Freddy Funkos in my collection. And now we've reached the mark for the top 5 most valuable Funko Pops in my collection. This next one at number 5 has a really fun story to it. So I actually got this one for only $30, and basically what I did, I saw a bunch of grails in a raffle, and this was the one that caught my attention. I always wanted this one, so I spent $30 and I took my chances, and then a few days later I got a notification that I won, and I was like, no way. And then I ended up choosing this pop, and I only got it for $30. Current value is $830, and this one is Tony Stark from Iron Man 3 from San Diego Comic-Con 2013. I was blown out of my mind when I actually won this raffle for it, and I still can't believe I have it in my collection, because I remember at the time when I was looking for it, it was going for about $600, and I always wanted it, but I didn't want to spend that much just because I had a bunch of Iron Man pops in my collection already. So why would I spend $600 on one? But I decided, let's go ahead and play with $30, and I won it, and here it is in my hand. So there's the story how I got this one in my collection. Now we're at number 4 on the list, and before I share this pop, I do want to mention that basically how I get a lot of my grails, which last year I was able to acquire quite a few of them, is when I go to cons or if I get NFT extra pops. I use those as trader purposes if they don't go in my collection. If for any reason I am not lucky to get the pops I want in trade, I sell them and I put that money aside and I save it for grails that I wanted to add to my collection. And that's how I acquire some of these grails. This is one of the ones I did get recently last year, and I wanted this one for a very long time, and I'm so glad I have it in my collection. It is limited to 850 pieces, currently valued at $870. It is the 2-pack of Mr. Hyde and Bugs Bunny from Looney Tunes. I absolutely love this pop. I love Looney Tunes. I grew up watching it and I still watch it to this day. I'm waiting for the day my daughter is older and she could watch it with me. And of course, when I have the rest of my kids as well. But I love Looney Tunes very much and I have most of the Looney Tunes pops. This was always an ultimate grail for myself, so I'm thrilled to have it in my collection. So at number 3, we have our first pop that has a different value on Funko app and PPG. I'd also say it's definitely off. I'd say this is probably my most valued in my collection, so I'm kind of surprised. But on the Funko app, it has a value of $950, and on PPG, it has a value of $1,140. This is actually another pop that I was lucky enough to win in a raffle. However, I spent a lot more than I did for the Tony Stark. I think I spent about $300 in my spots, and I was lucky enough to end up a winner, or else I would have basically lost all that money. But it was definitely worth the gamble because of how bad I wanted this pop and how much it was worth. So I didn't want to spend that much on a pop. I don't think I would unless I was lucky enough to end up saving a ton from making sales. But for the most part, I don't think I'd spend that much on a pop ever. But here it is. We have Headless Ned Stark from Game of Thrones. This one is from San Diego Comic-Con 2013, limited to 1,008 pieces. I absolutely love this show, and this was always a pop I wanted when I started collecting the pops from the show, and definitely a really cool one. I love the bloody box. I also love that the head is magnetic and it's disconnected from the body, so it's really cool. And this was definitely one that I never thought I'd own in my collection. And if I were to ever make a top 10 most favorite Funko Pops in my entire collection of pops, this one is definitely one that I know would end up on the list, even though I don't know if I'd be able to do that right now. I think that'll take me forever to decide. Now we're at number 2 on the list, and this pop, I still can't believe I actually own it in my collection. And just like the Mr. Hyde and Bugs Bunny 2-pack I shared earlier in this video, this is a grail that I recently just acquired. If I'm not wrong, I believe I got it at the same time as that one, and I used the exact same strategy where I sold some pops, saved that money, put it to the side, and saved it for a personal grail. And this was another one that I wanted for a very long time, and I never thought I'd actually be able to get it for the collection. Luckily, I got it for less than the current value. The current value is $1,170, and this one is a Gemini Collectibles exclusive, limited to 480 pieces. That might give you an idea of which pop it is, and it is the Joker 2-pack from The Dark Knight. Over here we have the Joker and the Bank Robber Joker, and I absolutely love these pops. I had always wanted the Bank Robber Joker for my collection. There is that same pop, just single alone, and I decided to go for the 2-pack instead because it does glow in the dark, and I love glow in the dark pops. Plus, The Dark Knight is one of my all-time favorite movies. Definitely in my top 10 favorites, and I'd say as much as I love Marvel, this movie is definitely better than Marvel movies. The only Marvel movie I'd say I like just as much is Infinity War, but this is easily one of my favorite pops I own. So now we finally made it to number 1 on the list, and like I said, I do truly believe that the Headless Ned Stark is the number 1 most valued in my collection personally, based off of what I've seen from sold prices. But this one off the apps is what is currently most valued at $1,500. And I actually was super shocked with this one. It's a New York Comic Con exclusive from 2016. Wow, a lot of New York Comic Con pops, right? I love the New York Comic Con exclusives. But this one is limited to 1,000 pieces. Here it is. We have Captain Barbossa with the monkey from Pirates of the Caribbean. And this is a really cool looking pop. I love the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. And there is another Barbossa pop, which you guys can see right here. But there are some differences in the mold from this one and the original one. And then this one, the main thing is it comes with the monkey. So honestly, it truly shocks me that that's the going price on the apps. Because from what I remember last time seeing it, it goes for about 800 to 1,000. And when I traded for this one, I traded about 500, 550 value for it. So I definitely got it at a good deal now. So once again, here we have my top 10 most valuable Funko Pops according to Funko app and Pop Price Guide. So here we have at number 1, Barbossa with the monkey, New York Comic Con exclusive from 2016, and limited to 1,000 pieces. Then we have the Dark Knight 2-pack at number 2, Gemini Collectibles exclusive, 480 pieces, and this one glows in the dark. Number 3, which I personally would say is my number 1 most valued, we have the Headless Ned Stark from San Diego Comic Con 2013, limited to 1,008 pieces. Really awesome pop, definitely one of my favorites. Then at number 4, we had the Looney Tunes 2-pack of Mr. Hyde's and Bugs Bunny, limited to 850 pieces. And then at number 5, we have Tony Stark, another one from New York Comic Con 2013. This one does not have a limited count, but it is definitely a really hard one to find. Number 6, we had Freddie Funko as Steve from Stranger Things, limited to 450 pieces. Easily one of my favorite Freddies in my collection. Number 7, we have from the NFT collection, the very first set, the first Grail ever 999 piece Leonardo. Then at number 8, we had Qui-Gon Jinn from 2016 New York Comic Con, limited to 2,000 pieces. Easily one of the best Star Wars pops in my collection. Number 9, we had Freddie Funko as Frankenstein, my lowest piece count in my collection, limited to 350 pieces. Then at number 10, we had the Mad Tea Party Cheshire Cat from WonderCon, which is limited to 2,000 pieces. Let me know in the comments below which of these pops are your favorites. For me personally, I'd say it's Headless Ned. So that's all I have for you guys today. Hope you guys enjoyed this video as always. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button for future content. Let me know in the comments below, what do you guys think of all the pops I shared in today's video? Also, let me know if you guys have any of these in your collection. What is your most valued Funko Pop in your collection? I just want to say thank you guys so much for taking time every day to watch this video. Let me know what you guys like to see the next ones. Thank you all for watching, and peace.